Shanghai just has to leap away. Wow, this top lane, Ice is for like, what is happening? This is not going too well. Middle, Chris Luck, currently
just like get taunted into immediately missing a CS.
Yeah,
if anyone ever does that, I'm just... it's funny.
Priorities, it's all about the priority.
Oh, we're going, I think. We're gonna see him actually try to dive. They don't know DJ Tips. He's gonna be stunned. Schofield will finally get arrowed. Black Cannon's going up. Will it be enough to get the kill? Sure will. Jabs picks it up. And DJ, he waited a little bit for it, but much worth it getting your carry that first blood. Double crown picked up on Leshrac. This guy's pretty survivable.
Lots.
There's a leap away, actually going for this rune. Jay has the bottle. We've been seeing this more and more. And uh-oh, Chris Luck doesn't need to be careful. Uh-oh, now
Is he dead?
he's getting trapped in right here. Look at, he has to try to dodge Abed here. There's gonna be the Sunstrike, and yeah, he's gonna just die here. Does juke the Sunstrike.
That was a level 5 Tiny to the level 4 Invoker, so that's a pretty big deal that he dies there. Also gives him like a free wave of denies on Abed.
It's good. Oh, and Jabs, look at this, has to just be out. Goes right back to his tier 1 though, and hey, guess what? I didn't miss anything.
Bottle chart. That pretty much just like completely reset this lane in favor of the...
See, bounty runes are going to be spawning, and it looks like there's 3 heroes bottom still from Radiant. This is scary. Schofield, if he just gets arrowed one time, he's going to go down. Looks like it should be rune exchange for top lane. There's actually going to be a stun onto the high ground, but guess what? They place a ward up there. He's just going to try to TP, and he will make it. That was a crit attack.
But someone's going to come up top, though. There's going to be 2 waves coming into the tower.
It's like, who will it be? DJ doesn't even have a TP right now. Needs
so
to
much
get over.
XP just dying.
Oh, it hurts.
Gotcha.
Watch this. We'll watch the creeps die. No one around. That is a lot. Looks like he'll make it back for the range creeps though, so you know, could be worse. Here, still trying to find some here. Clear that one out. Stun will go out middle. Same with the toss. Doesn't even care about his own siege creep.
Yeah, and then 1 kill is so big too because Invoker gets way stronger the laning phase once you 5, 6, 7. More points X sword. Suddenly you're starting to CS against the Tiny equal in damage.
Radiant's top tower is
way easier.
So when do you want to see? Well, we're gonna see a rotation right now. DJ Dubu both moving middle.
Hey,
once again.
Marana, let's do it.
Marana, last game if you missed it. A lot of kills. There's gonna be a rocket actually flying. Schofield, I have a feeling you might just die here. Arrow, rocket, 3 stuns. That's a guaranteed kill.
That was a pretty strong call there.
Thank you. So is he going A to
top lane? Just got dusted on the SK. Sorry,
go down now.
no time for breaks here. And looks like he's gonna be fine because he literally just does too much damage with the sandstorm that they had to back off. What were you saying, Grant?
I forget. But middle lane looks like they're still just trying to push this tower. They actually go for the Tiny, but Schofield just dying. We'll be back here to back up his teammate. Flies away. That is it's Forge Spirit.
That was a big ass catapult, by the way. Did a lot of damage with Bloodlust plus alacrity.
And look at this, they just want to push this middle wave and they want to create space. Top lane, guess what? DJ, he's been moving around this entire game. It's 3-0. Infamous does have the gold lead, but to be careful, Hector's still not level 6. Doesn't even have the mana anyways. No stick charges.
Did he just like chain pull on accident? That was it. They're both gonna shrine. Gonna have the mana.
One stab it, and look at this. He's like, wait a minute, I can't miss all of this. Gotta be careful. He actually skills the ulti immediately. He's not even thinking about things. Ice actually whips the stun. There will be one coming out from Dubu though, but Hector, he just wants the last hit under his tower. And look at this. They're tanking up for this siege creep. Siege creep hit again, but will stay alive. Hector pulls the creeps off that tower, so we'll do some damage, not all that much, but enough.
Meanwhile, Whisper with the max edict or 3 points into it at level 5.
Trading, look at this tower. He's trading damage.
It's so much damage on him.
It is. One more edict, right? And this tower's going down. No
And
glyph.
he knows the glyph is down.
Okay, middle lane. Once again, it's the Ogre and the Marana roaming around. Chris like has to know something's
bottom.
Shackle into the split earth. They're just trying to get a lot of damage on him, forcing it such that he can get the tower. Yeah, and
If you
Jabs
was
did a good
6,
job
that would have
there.
been a kill as well.
Yeah, Jabs did a good job there of like instantly flat cannoning the wave, knowing that that's what they're trying to do. So he knows it's his job to prevent that. And I'd say both teams playing it properly. And the
Infamous with a lot of discipline here. They're playing with a ton of. I was thinking.
Oh, that didn't hit. I've seen crazier shackles hit, and there's going to be a sunstrike coming out as well. Whisper's in a lot of trouble, but it actually gets double tanked by Schofield. It won't matter. Whisper looks to go down. Nice leap away, just barely dodging that stun, but barely is good enough. Stinger has 10 stick charges plus the heal, still healing him up. No points in untouchable. They're actually looking around. Schofield's over here as well. Darfall only hits once. Chris Luck, yo, what up? Done will miss. There's going to be a shackle now. Murata will get tossed into the air, and it will be enough to get the kill. Their first kill on Infamous in this tower.
Under attack.
Will it stay alive? We'll see. There's a
They're
lot
gonna
of
bring more heroes here. Whisper TP back in.
Oh, Jazz is gone. Dubu's gone. They're like, yeah, we're out of here. Meanwhile, top lane, pardon me, there's a pretty big scroll out going, and there's an Invoker Midas already coming. They are gonna all shrine up here.
I think Invoker.
Radiant's
Goodbye, Stinger.
And he just got a Midas, and now he gets a free kill. I feel like Ovid's gonna kill. Based on what I'm seeing.
At
so
what
far.
point? Is it just like a 6-slotted Invoker,
Yeah,
or what
it's
do you
like
need?
4 slots, right? They get like Midas, Ags, whatever makes it easy. They just don't have any late game natural.
Radiant fortified their
They just have to play way quicker.
Yeah, heroes like Wraithling are super annoying.
Fortified.
And that's the thing that's
I
missing from the Infamous lineup, though, is team fight. It's once again one of those lineups, a ton of stuns, a lot of single target. Sure, you can find kills and rotate around the map, but once you hit that critical part of the game, 25, 30 minutes when everyone's grouping up to take objectives, you start to fall apart against the massive AoE combos of Fnatic.
Dire structures are
And that Ags almost 30 has the point booster. Meanwhile, top, with Hector going to the jungle, it does mean Ice is a little more free to just sit up here. Tranquil Boots earn on this Sand King. Definitely looking to be a little more active. Turns out that Hector is just farming here. Phase Boots, Hand of Midas. Guess what? He's not even going the casual Belt of Strength here, BSA. Middle lane. We are converging. There's going to be a stun. It will be the first one on Stinger. We'll get the heal up. There's going to be a stun strike. Will anyone run into it? No. Stinger barely survives. That tower, dude, the bloodlusted tower is a beast. And they're turning it around, though. Here we go. Chris like, yo, they find the Ogre. Will it be enough to get the kill? Yep, tanky hero, but not tanky enough. And now, guess what? You got that Edict. They actually used the glyph for the tier 2 down bottom, so this will be a free tier 1. Oh, we'll take it as well. Double Bracer going into that Atos. He's pretty tanky for the early game.
Yeah, I like this build on Lesh. The stuns plus strike that you just.
Dire's bottom tower won't
Ice is stunned into the Sunstrike. Whisper actually maybe he thought it was coming, but he couldn't quite hang it with. They have a Sentry Warden.
Nice.
I'm not sure. He's like, wait, does he see me? I don't know, and he'll just go down.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter if he sees you or not. The Edict follows you. Anyway. So he does have a Blade Mail potentially queued up on Hector. But he's like debating whether or not he needs this like mid-game. They've taken 2 towers already.
Dude.
Side of Infamous.
Literally in my head, I was just thinking and about to say, oh wow, 104 last hits on Wraith King, because that would have prompted Grant to do what he just did, which was switch us over
No,
to network.
I heard you doing it already. I knew. I was like, oh god, I know what Kyle's about to say. I didn't have to
Kyle,
admit that, but I will.
The ability call.
Well, I was just saying we saw it at the same time. You might have even beaten me, because you acted before I did.
This feels like a pretty nice timing for Tiny. He has a double damage and oh wait,
top
thought he had a
tower
blink.
is under attack.
It's on Courier. They're smoked up.
There we go. Okay, here we go.
Shackle on the Ogre.
Do they have detection? Question DJ
Sentry
takes the
on
tower.
Schofield. That's all they have.
Sit down, so they see Dubu. See Jabs as well. Sentry will
Dire structures are fortified.
farm. Where is this Tiny with the blink? Right here with double damage as well.
This is like a big movement by Infamous for basically nothing. And what I mean by basically nothing is you have a Gyro pushing out mid, a Sand King farming bottom for his blink. Meanwhile, you have 5 Infamous.
Oh, and DJ, he gets stunned. Nicely done by Whisper. And guess what? What? That shackled it. All right, I've definitely seen worse shackles hit once again. And DJ, oh my goodness, he's actually hiding in here.
The stuns broke the trees behind.
Hello.
Dire's bottom tower
Honest, the
is
shackle
about
hit.
to flounder.
There will be kill on DJ, finally getting rid of that annoying pest. We've seen Mirana be so annoying before. Mirana just keeps out lanes. And now they will try to bring down this tower. They do have a double damage Tiny. They have a glyph.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Dude, or anyone want to take this fight? Doesn't look like it.
This is so infamous, though, right? Isn't this how they always play Hector on one side of the map, the other?
Yep.
And I think that's fine. Like, I think if you playstyle, they seem to do it really well.
Has fallen.
We'll finally get this tower. Ice actually gets the tower bottom. Crystal gets the tower top.
It's not really netting them an advantage, right? They have all these towers.
Sent to the
It doesn't matter because they're losing tower bottom.
have
Ice is convenient. Farm
Something's going on. There's going to be Sunstrike with the multi-catch. If he's going to die, he will get arrowed. The heal, well, the Wisp will just sit around here, but fortunately Stinger goes down.
How much magic damage? It's only a level 1 arrow. That buff to the arrow seems...
And what's that buff?
The extra 30. So now it hits for 5-second arrow level. Like that arrow did damage.
Spur looks like he does have the Atos. This chicken's been in use all game by everyone. So when does Hector want to meet up? Is it the Radiant?
It's the Radiant. He does have the relic already. Be a school probably around. They are looking for Mirana again.
Yep.
Shackle thrown out does land. There's the trees for the vision. Nice.
Has an Atos as well. Doesn't throw it out, but you know he doesn't have the Atos. The chicken's flying up right now. There's going to be an ulti from the gyro, and man, they were ready for that one.
So I've been talking about how much Infamous is 5-manning. They have a level 7 off to Ice who's level 1. And they also have, look at the net worth.
The prize is mine.
4,300 versus 2,500.
Yeah,
Pretty big difference.
That's what happens when you combine. They have all their net worth on this great team.
And there's an easy kill on the chain. Here comes the arrow. Nope. Reef actually tanks it up, and Stinger somehow makes it out. Goes for the Sunstrike. He's actually sitting in there. Nice. He's going to blink forward. He's looking for Stinger. Will he finally find it? He's actually going to turn on Chris like they can't kill Stinger. There's going to be a power shot. Shack flashes him to a tree. But look at this. This EMP is going to take everyone's mana away up here. Chris Luck throws a tree. They get the kill on Ice. They're going to try and turn it around. Now the Tiny will go down. Ogre taking a lot of damage, but who cares? He's an Ogre. Gofield's going to try to run away, and looks like everyone makes it out. Oh, doesn't look like it might have leached together DJ and Dooku, but it won't. He's just tanking it up. Still has the Atos.
Wraith King is about ready to be a hero in this game. Does finally have the Radiance.
Only 16 minutes in as well.
Like
Early Radiance.
And if there is a...
Sorry. We're going to see Tornado coming out. Here comes the stun strike as well. Whisper, he gets absolutely destroyed. And Abed, level 13, maxed out Exort. He's doing some damage.
How much are those Sunstrikes? Aren't they like 600 damage
I think
almost?
it's... We'll see it when it comes back up. I think it's about 4.
Okay, so you have this Radiance now. As we,
535.
is about to take the
so what do you do with this Wraith King? Do you just straight up 5-man, or what are you supposed to do now that he has his item?
I'm just, it's a shame that they had that death on Whisper before the Radiance was up because they weren't ready to get involved. I wouldn't mind a Blink Dagger, personally. Now, you already have one on the Tiny, I suppose.
He did queue up the blade there on Wraith King. Can I just say that this Leshrac being a core is actually going to so long because he went for in team fights. You get cold snap, you're actually just dead on Leshrac. You're actually just dead until you have this beak. And in the rest of the game, when you're trying to farm, they have so many disables plus Sunstrike. He has to play with this team like this.
This was actually a really good game. I don't even mind the double bracer, but I think it was an arcane double bracer in mech later on in the game.
Yeah.
Greaves is so good.
Look out for fallen rocks.
Play a little more aggressive. We hear a smoke, yeah. Looks like the Dyers is going to wear out pretty soon here. And they have a ward on top of a ward, so they're going to see when this smoke wears out. They'll know they were just smoked the whole time. Yep, there's the ping.
Teams are smoking to their teammates, pushing the opponents off.
There we go.
It's kind of like
Yeah, that's what I mean about the whole Ange in a bad game for Ange's. Just as a support, you go from food to fine dining.
how about instead of being served on a plate,
Bottom tower faces a stiff wind.
More of a kebab, I think.
Kebabs
are great.
Tower is under.
I feel like a lot of were you a picky eater when you were a kid?
I was not.
Alright, coming out. Sorry, Wind Ranger will survive for now. Just kidding.
Yeah, she's just guys that kill zero and just like casually throw down nukes.
Fnatic's definitely not picky. They'll kill anybody that shows.
Well, Hector, he's level 15, just farming up, has that Blade Mill as well. They want to. Their last smoke, pretty unsuccessful. They get the tier 2 bottom, but I'm sure they want to take a fight. They know this, as you said, BSJ. This Invoker probably is the end-all be-all of this game. There will be a stun again from Sight. It's on Whisper, and you guys talked about it. You get cold snap, you're probably going to die. He will get tossed back. Chris Luck actually saving him.
I think
Blinks away.
that actually kills him. That kills him if it lands.
Oh, top lane, by the way. DJ trying to run
Radiant's
Hector.
middle tower
He's
is
just run
under
down the
attack.
lane here. As the Midas uses it.
Dude, more important than the item choice, Whisper is level 8.
That's what I said, yeah. That's because they've been 5-manning, and because of the items I talked about, he can't play the map.
Yeah.
Like, he actually has to sit with his
the
team.
dream would be less just playing bottom for the next, for the past 5 minutes. The towers are already dead. He could just run through the lane into the farm.
Notice how Sand King's playing the game. That's how we wish the Leshrac could play.
By the way, the Mirana does have an Axe now.
Wow.
We've seen these 4th-position Miranas. They get these Axe quick. Seems like they do always get space. Their teams play well around. There's going to be a Shackle coming out. They bring down Sight immediately, and they're going to run up. Hector's level 17. This dude is very scary. Well, guess what? An EMP will be there. Arrow's there. He does not have his ulti unless he gets his wand off. He does get his wand off, though. So we'll have that ult. Jazz just get a BKB and run in there. Blade Mill does actually get popped. Jazz doing a little bit of damage, but Stinger will get brought down. Jazz taking so much damage. Not enough crits, though. They make it out, but tier 2 tower might just go down now.
And we... Honestly, who cares about Whisper at this point? Look at the net with Hector, man.
Yeah, beast mode, man.
4.5k ahead of the game.
And look at that. That's even though Whisper, like, you win a fight like that, he's only level 9, but he's got the Edict. He's melting the tower still.
Yeah.
Down Radiant's
This is the original Wraith King.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
OG. And he is going DKD next. You guys like it?
Yep. He has to be. He is the strongest hero on his team in the game as of now, and it will not always be like that. You have to. It's the issue. Power spike they have, and if he doesn't have BKB, kind of makes it so he's ignorable and the rest of his team is killable. But by becoming this like meat shield threat, he actually enables his team to play the.
You're playing against Invoker with Eggs. You need a BKB if you want to deal damage. It's not even about staying alive. You get Tornado, you get Cold Snap, Ice Path. Yeah, it's like it's impossible to stick on targets.
Like you're making the rest of your team die because you're gonna get ignored.
Yeah.
So we'll have it.
It's a 2K lead right now for Infamous. Who's got the Roche threat right now? Is it just either team if they win a fight? Doesn't feel like either team can really just straight up go into it.
I mean, assuming the other team can't contest, both teams have like the damage. You have Alacrity plus Bloodlust on one side, and you have Wraith King on the other. But both teams have like pretty solid poke. You have the Wind Ranger Shackle Shot, and you have like Wraith King who honestly just walk into the pit. Meanwhile, you have Invoker on the other side.
Oh, there it is. Oh, they see him though. Sentry Ward is there. Dubu and Jabs are scouted out. They don't know who else is here. Look at that. Hector will get Aaron, but he has that level 3 ulti. They're going to go on Chris Luck. They didn't expect them all to be here. They throw out the stun. There's going to be a BKB toss. Oh my, the 816 crit on the backside. Jabs, he does have his BKB. He needs to be careful. He might want to just keep you out of here. He's going for it. Yep. Will make it. Will they chase for it? Doesn't look like it. And this is the scary part, right? This Wraith King, if he's on top of you, you're probably dead.
He's so harmed. He's approaching 6,000 gold ahead of the game.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah. The silver lining is 6 slotted pretty.
Wraith King is one of the carries that can do this and lose.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
Done it.
Yeah, I've done it. That's even more important. I've done it. Like, the fact is, Wraith King as a hero is only really as strong as his team as the game moves on.
Oh, they're going for this tower right now. And it gets brought down so quickly. Whisper picks it up, getting closer. It was still about 1,300 away from his own BKB.
They've cleared all the tier 2s. Fnatic yet to claim a single one, and yet only a 2k gold lead side of Infamous. It's tough now because, like, what's your next objective, right? I guess you want to get into Roche, but
Roche
fighting into the
high
pit
ground.
is so hard against Invoker.
Is about to flounder.
Pretty much feels like that. This Invoker is, as long as he's alive, their base is defended and Roche is defended. Gofield needs to be a little bit careful now. Abed's like, I'm not risking it. You never know.
Salamene smiles upon
Going
me.
for a 4-step on Wind Ranger, not even a casual javelin.
Yeah,
He's very underfarmed.
he doesn't even have his ult. He just his power shot shackle. He even took the shackle shot cooldown on
Dire's
the
top tower is
And-
under attack.
He has the BKB queued up on Tiny. He's not going to be very like Tiny as a core. Honestly, falls off pretty hard.
Yeah.
Like even with the Axe build nowadays, like he's not even going for it. But like if you compare Tiny mid to like an Invoker mid as the game scales, as they scale into the late game, it isn't even close.
Invoker still.
Boots
Not the
of
most
travel,
smart.
going for the BKB. Once he gets BKB, it should be pretty easy for him to play fights. But as of now, he's actually under pretty huge threat to just like a single stun plus Wraith King hitting you.
That summer helps Dubu down there. Not sure how much Dubu can help Abed if he gets ganked.
He's literally a gang tank. Look at his positioning. Like he's not sitting behind him, right? He's sitting in between where Infamous would come from to get to him, which is cool. Like if you're not a hero that can actually save him, why not just stand in front of him? Break smokes, all that kind of stuff.
Nothing crazy going on. Do you think Infamous should be playing a little more aggressive, or can they really?
As of now, as of yet, like I think they're waiting for this AC, and I think they're also waiting for the level 20 on Wraith King, but they've got it already. They are smoked. Like they do need to get stuff done,
That's
but
what I mean. It feels like you gotta start doing it right now.
yeah, this game only gets harder.
Invis versus the like Shadows part. There will be a stun corn. It's gonna be Whispered. This is your Leshrac. That's your tower pusher. Instantly goes down. Now they're gonna chase for more. Schofield. Oh, nice. Fueled by some nice dodging. The shackle shot. Stinger gonna be the next one to fall here. Jab. Trying to don't do enough without Rocket Barrage. Finally gets the kill. Tornado. Ooh, barely misses Chris Luck, but with the Ignite there, I think they can just chase it down, and they sure as hell can. See you later. Top is getting pushed in by some skeletons.
I'm telling you, this is like this perfect, like picture perfect game to be this far ahead on Wraith King and lose. Because you have a 5-position Enchantress, who as a hero in the game is like pretty much nothing at this stage. And then you have a Tiny mid, one of the worst scaling mids in the entire game. You have a Wind Ranger that doesn't have ult. And you have a Leshrac who just dies until BKB. And even then he's like,
Yeah, the physical damage. Yeah, strong enough that he won't really be able to win the fights.
they can just focus the entire Wraith King's team very quickly with ignoring him. Like, Wraith King's not a hero that's just going to kill everybody in a short period of time. So I'm just saying that despite having a slight lead and having this Wraith King that is massive, I am heavily favoring Fnatic's ability to win this game as it goes forward.
Yeah, Fnatic right now, they really want this win. In fact, they want the whole series because currently they are tied up in points with both EG and VIRTUS.PRO to obtain that last spot in the upper bracket.
Is it VP or not?
It's VP.
Okay. And then, yeah. And
But they have one series less played, so they could get a nice edge on those favorites.
even just one win here. You definitely want two, obviously, but to secure. And they look to be, it is a 1K lead for Infamous, but as you said, this Invoker just getting stronger and stronger. As the BKB get that Octarine, all of a sudden you're pumping out massive amount of spells 24/7.
I just envision when I'm like this rich as a carry, like how do I lose games? And this is like the rest of the team, the way it looks in terms of the hero comp and
Like, look at, they're just
net
sitting
worth.
together right now, even.
Like, you just don't have any, like, you are this big because no one else on your team can actually do, like, hitting creeps. Like, nobody else can actually do it. So, like, on the other side, the reason why, like, you'd much rather in competitive have 3 evenly net worth heroes add up to 1 big hero. Like, in this case, like, if you're down by 10K, it's one thing, but you're even almost in net worths
Get ready.
when you have 1 hero this rich.
Chris White, he blinks in, and he's just gonna get stunned out. He might just die here. Okay, our skeleton's being down the tower again, but it might not matter. There's gonna be a stun forward for my side elsewhere. Like he's calculating, there is a stun. It is. It's gonna be Hector, but guess what? PSG, I think you know any of those melee carry heroes running into an ice wall is never fun. The ultimate counter, they will try to turn around. Whisper, there's BKB is gonna move forward for Dubu. This is high position Ogre, but they do get the kill on the backside. It will be a stun, but guess what? You can get out of it. Throws the tree. Hit him. Tower, it did end up going down to the skeletons. These skeletons are putting in some work.
Wow. What?
Yeah, he just summoned them and ice, TP'd away. They're going into Roche, okay. Let's see what can happen. Here comes the Sunstrike. They are just going for it right now. This is scary. Ice, blink plus ulti stinger. Easy arrow. There's gonna stun him. He already got the heal off. Unfortunately, won't heal enough. Glitter Cape won't be there. Doesn't have the buyback. Dubu will be alive in 5 seconds. they had to back out. Is this just going to be a stolen Roshan right here? Quite yet. He doesn't need mana for his ulti, so Hector is still reasonably healthy.
He's going Silver Edge on Wraith King. I saw him do this on Lifestealer earlier. Is this like his ideal late game item? Like, is this what he likes? It's interesting.
I mean, he's done it for like the last 2 minders, and I don't know. I asked him and he just laughed. I actually asked him like, Hector, why do you go that? It was at, I think, at the DotA Pit Miner. He just started laughing, so I have no clue what that means. What?
Damage reduction versus
It doesn't work anymore. He doesn't understand.
Here we go. Big fight. The arrow actually ends up hitting the electric. He's form position. Marauders. Whisper's going to end up going down. The blade mill. Guess what? You're just tornado in the air. BKB will finally get popped. He's going to try to right click onto Jab. Really do enough damage. Not quite yet. Stun is going to fly. He's doing a little bit of damage. Jabs actually needs to be pretty careful. He goes down. And now the impetuses are flying. DJ goes down. And if you fight into Hector, he's going to be completely okay with that. And what a shackle shot by Schofield is enough to bring down. There's going to be one crit. Do they even need another one? No, Hector gets the kill. It's Dubu goes down as well. This is going to be a Roche.
Yeah, Hector against the world, boys.
Hector tips Chris Luck. I guess he just tanked the gank, it looks like, on Tiny. Here we go. They go right into Roche. Abed doesn't want to commit the buyback for this. Damn. That's what BKB is that on Gyro, by the way? That was his 7th second.
Who takes Aegis? You don't give it to Wraith King, do you?
Power is about to
Whisper? I mean, it has to be left.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was alive again. I like saw the 3 heroes in the pit. I'm like, who do you?
Well, even when I'm like, do you? He has 2 items, but
No, he's your base siege though. You can actually stand there with your Diabolic Edict, and even when you're dead, it's still going.
Well, guess what?
Silver Edge Wraith King.
Interesting. He
What
is
can you
sold
hover
his
over
Midas.
that? What?
It gives 45 damage, 45 attack speed, and 300 health, effectively.
Does it break? It doesn't break anything, does it?
No, there's nothing to break. It does break Caustic Finale.
True. Doesn't break like the Invoker orbs, right?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, just mobility, I suppose. He doesn't have a Blink Dagger.
It's just one of the things he always buys. Who knows why?
He bought it on Lifestealer. I saw it in his earlier game today.
It makes sense though. You can get right up on top of a hero, open with an attack into this stun.
Oh, and guess what? He's going in Silver Edge, but guess what? DJ's already gone.
I just feel like it's such like a pub win the game by yourself type of item. So it's like interesting to me. I don't think it's like a terrible item. I just laugh because it's like this is the pub situation, right? Like earlier we talked about you're playing your 4K party with OG where you just have a Wisp winner. In this case, you are the only net worth on your team.
I think that you need some sort of mobility item, and at this point you're so farmed, it can't be a Blink.
Well, Hector, he doesn't really give much of a care here.
Care 0, Grant.
He doesn't actually tank for the siege, and I'm surprised. I thought he might. Bloodlusted Tower's gonna be fine. Look, they're just long-range sieging down this Wraith King arrow.
They can't end this game, man. I don't know. I can't imagine unless they actually walk out of base on Fnatic and fight them, how they end the game on Infamous side. Like, yeah, they have a Leshrac, but they have so much just long-range, as Kyle would say, poke.
The LRC, my friend.
Yes, the cannons.
They do get the shrine because of that. Skeleton just killing top tier 3, but top lane, Hector just TP's up, and I mean, what do you just get like a moon shard and a refresher, right?
Yeah, Ags. Yep. That's the play. You eventually get a refresher on Lesh.
They know Hector TP top, they saw him, but Schofield won't get the shackle off because there's a BKB pop by Abed, but Abed not really doing that much. I'd say Scythe's actually going to be the first one to go down here. Looks like he has the gem on the ground. Dubu, he's taking a lot of damage as well. Whisper, he has the Aegis, he wants it to go off. Chris Luck on the backside, Tiny versus Ice Wall, not a fun one. But they're just going to have to get out. Sand King bought back, and they're chasing for more. Whisper, he has an Atos at 2. Hector's here as well. Jazz is going to get stunned up. He's going to go down. Guess what, Kyle? They fought outside of the base. Dubu's going to die as well. That's the gem. Oh, they see it right. Ice.
Slick.
Play right there.
As I said, Hector's going to carry this game.
You see the Shadow Blade?
Dude, it's actually been owning. I'm just saying he does it every game. So it's like, I don't feel like it's this game specific type thing. He literally just thinks it's the best way to carry on like Lifestealer Radiant.
I'm gonna ask again, if he just laughs, I'm just gonna laugh super. Right, here we go, Arrow's gonna play. It is gonna be a Whisper. He didn't get his BKB up. But the shackle does hit on 2 of them. He has to use his BKB. We'll go down to the EMP. Hector is gonna be a little trouble, but all of them get stunned because that level 25 counts. Hector gonna try to get out. He doesn't have his BKB. Chris Luck on the backside does do a stun. Jazz Hector chilling for now. They have to back out. Bloodlusted tower. This boy is a beast.
But they used Ford already.
They did, and guess what? Jazz is gone. Ice is gone. That's 2 diebacks, my friends.
Hector's gonna ult again. He's almost doubling the net worth of the next person in the game.
And that's it. That's an Abed Invoker. That is nothing to sneeze at, my friend. I love it. He just heads bottom. He's like, Whisper, you finish that one up. And man, infamous. Hector specifically, what a beast.
Yeah, and they look good too. You know, they look just like any other team here.
All right, runs into the arrow, but it'll be fine, I hope. So, gotta be careful there. Fnatic, what can they do?
Great, infamous, man, playing to their strengths. I can't believe you gave Hector Wraith King.
Yep,
500 CS, 705.
Stands against Radiant.
It's only 34 minutes in the game, Kyle. That's a lot of CS. That's like 15 a minute.
Are they getting? They're just getting megas off one team fight win here. Well, I got 2, the one in the base and the one outside. He's popping the BKB. He actually just wants to get the mega.
That's
Will
it.
he get out? Looks like they will run. You gotta be careful. I don't think you want to chase after Hector. He's actually baiting him, and he's like, yeah, sure, go for it.
I feel like this is a strategy that like just nobody else does. It's so weird.
Just, I mean, it's not even 4 protect 1, right? It's just 4, go do whatever the hell you want while I do my
Yeah,
thing.
there's no protection. Hector's got to fend for himself out there.
He
Yeah.
does. He's going for an Abyssal Blade, actually. He already has the Basher.
What's he drop? The phase or the blade mail? Yeah.
Regen bottom, bounties as well. So a 12k gold lead, and look at the buyback status. No one really has it except this Wraith King.
Is Jab's closing on a Rapier anytime soon? Because that's the comeback mechanic.
Let's go check.
He's got a
That's
butterfly
negatory.
Kudo.
And dude, this enchant, I know we talked about, I mean, she died a lot early game, but just impetus, just
Yeah.
straight up damage.
Check out the net worth on the Fnatic lineup as well. Second place is
That's pretty low there. Time drop the enchantment here. Does have the Glimmer Cape used it. They can't really get the kill on Stinger. Just full HP heal up. And guess what? Now Abed will pump the BKB. Jabs is here. Sends a lot of flat cannon everywhere else. It's blind to Schofield, but guess what? Everyone just got out. Crystal gets the BKB before he's stunned. He throws his own, slows them all down. And now, guess who's coming from behind? It is Light Blue Hector. He's running the long way, silver edged up. They do get one stun there. It's gonna be the Cataclysm Whisper. Actually avoids it. He gets pushed back, and now Hector's just right clicking. Abed gets instantly blown up. There's no buyback. They have another on the backside. Jabs won't get stunned, neither will DJ. They might just run to the base. Dubu, he's eating so much damage. 1 right click, 2 right clicks. Hector monster kill. 806G.
Wow.
G is called. That game. I mean, let's be honest. We didn't really see that coming. I would say it. You did say the one way we lose that game, or was it BSJ, is if Fnatic leaves their base, and they left their base 1 minute after. They lost 2 heroes. They had to buy back, and then Jabs out of position just dies with no buyback, and they lost all 6 Raxes after 1 fight.
Yep.
I was skeptical.
What?
I saw 4 heroes with virtually
Dyer's ban now.
is the run around as 4 for the first 20 minutes of the game, no matter what role it is. So clearly last game, yeah, I was skeptical. I think what Infamous is so, like, what's so cool for them is nobody else does it. Like, they just do their own damn thing, and it's working for them. They completely play around the way Hector likes to play Dota, and the fact is, if it's winning you games at TI, it's clearly a very good way to play Dota. I mean, at least if you're good at it. Yeah.
So why do you ban the Tiny here? He was the lowest level. He was, what, 2, 7, and 9, but something stood out to him.
It enables the run around as 5 or 4. I'm telling you, like, you just got, like, the weird thing about Nyx for me is when they nerfed his level 1 ultimate, the cooldown on it is just a little too long to, like, consistently be playing on the map.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious to see how that plays into this Infamous game
5
plan.
seconds
We saw him
remaining.
actually. Fnatic first banned it, so Infamous, they love playing it, but they let it through this time. So as you said, I'm curious.
Their 4 heroes were Lesh, Enchantress, Tiny. What was the other? The 4th hero that runs around? The point being, none of them
Windranger.
Wind Ranger. None of those have long cooldowns. Like they literally just have spammable nukes that like participate in fights
And
with
it's,
those.
Whenever you
it's
want.
funny because they won the game. Like I was harping on how they didn't have team fight.
Yeah.
We're talking about how they're on the clock, and they won the game
Off one-
executing their draft, which
Yeah.
was not in a team
Yeah,
fight. Just
yeah.
like, oh, you're dead. Okay, now you're dead. Oh, buyback, you're dead. Oh, hey.
Wraith King has
Vegas.
35,000 net worth. You're dead.
Mm-hmm.
That was quite the game. Definitely go back
The
if you're just
Dire
tuning in. Go
get
back,
a
watch
ban.
game number 1. It was. I don't want to say it clean. It was actually a pretty nice game. But if you want to watch a Wraith King play Dota, which I guess there's a couple of you out there, that's the game.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's a lot of people, including myself, that enjoy just watching efficient farming.
Dude,
on the
9:30
map.
GPM on a Wraith King. It is insane. It's very, very good.
And the funny thing is, I was like kind of like almost flaming but critiquing the fact that Leshrac couldn't play the map. I almost guarantee when this team
5
like
seconds
started
remaining.
that he like tried to play the map. And then he realized that he can't, like with a player like Hector, you actually just can't. Like you just have to let him take the entire map. So
Just
like,
win it for us, and he did. So yeah.
I mean, you have to believe, right? Like if that's how he plays, you have to believe in the play style of your teammates, and like buying into the fact that they had to walk around as 4. Like that it is a team effort, despite the fact that you see all the net worth on one guy. So
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. They do ban the Alchemist and the Wraith King, kind of the two I would say most notable phase Midas. Or
Lifestealer.
you know, like phase
5 seconds
radiance.
remaining.
I also want to make the point. I was so sick of reading about every time South American team lost, and then people are like, "Oh, what's going on here?" It is so difficult to come into a major. Every single team, who are they
Radiant's
playing
turn to
against?
pick.
First round.
Dire's
That's right.
turn
Team
to
Secret,
pick.
Yeah.
VIRTUS.PRO, LGD. No shit, you're gonna lose. And then they're in a position, they're playing like another all-star team, and they're in a BO1 elimination.
That's right.
In this format, round robin,
9 teams.
16 games per team in this group stage. You can learn, you can experiment, and you can play with a lot more confidence because you're not coming in like, okay, think about how varied and diverse like each player's individual hero pool is, and then think, all right, we got
5 seconds remaining.
2 games. What are we doing? It's pressure filled, whereas when you have all these, it's nice.
The fact is, with Dota, you don't learn to get better if you're not playing as good players. So, like, if you say, like, the argument is they don't deserve the slot, how in the hell are they ever going to get the slot?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you only get it by
Radiant's turn to
being
pick.
pounded on by these teams for 2 years in a row. Finally, like, after 2 years, like, I'd say this is the first time, with all due respect, that that a South America team is showing up in the group stage
Yep.
and being a contender.
Yeah,
Like a legit
but they've
contender.
had time. They didn't make any roster changes since I believe their formation, like a month or 2 before the minor in Kiev,
seconds.
and they eliminated eHome. Then
Yeah.
they went back and they boot camped. They won the
5
qualifier with
seconds
ease. They
remaining.
boot camped some more. I honestly think that we probably shouldn't be so surprised. And again, I point to these power rankings. You know, all these superstar analysts evaluating the tournament. They're like, let me think. Okay, Infamous will be last. Mineski will do bad. Newbie will do bad. Navi will do. It's like, oh yeah, wow, guys, the qualifier teams. Yeah, they're going to be the weak ones. Real smart analysis there. And then they sleep on OG and LGD.
Is
I'm
this not
just-
the most beautiful Slark game in history? Does Hector play Slark?
Oh yeah, he absolutely does.
Is this not like the best Slark game?
It's pretty good. It's all right.
If it's a, I mean, they might just pick Lifestealer because that's
Could
like
reduce
what
it.
he plays. That is a good pick as well. I just think, unless he plays it from the mid lane, I can't imagine anybody else playing the one position based on the one game I've seen so far.
TA Lifestealer Slark, I think, are your options.
Okay. As like the
Radiant's
primary
turn to
carry of this game. They do just go I mean, like that's like
the other
Hector hero, right? Like
the
I'd
Alk
rather-
and Wraith King band.
if you're gonna play like 3 heroes at a whole nother level than any other hero in the game, even if it's not the perfect pick for the game, it's not a bad Lifestealer game. Lifestealer's not terrible versus Sven. He's gonna go Radiance, then he's gonna go Halberd, and then he's gonna go like AC and then Silver Edge, and that's gonna be what you get from Hector. But he does it to perfection, so that I like it. Stick to your guns.
And now,
And you always want that beefy carry whenever you're running an Edge Grimstroke as well. It's also an excellent laning partner for the Grimstroke, of course, because you just think swell him.
So this is almost certainly an Enchantress core this time around.
Yeah,
right?
it looks like the Schofield
Nyx.
Nyx. Yep.
It's one of his best heroes.
Yeah, it is. And then the enchant. I love watching Whisper. Like you saw how much the Impetuses did that game, and that was not core, right? It was a Glimmer Cape, like brown boots enchant, still just pumping out damage to these BKB targets. You actually get some items on this hero. You do a lot of damage.
I did the search between games, Grant. I just want to let you know the proper plural form of impetus is impeti.
Is it really?
All right.
So
They're gonna
when
He's throwing out some impeti.
yeah, there you go.
I think if you're Infamous, you got to be banning like TA and picking Lina or something similar. You know, you won't be able to see your mid matchup. You can assume Abed's going to be ready for the counter pick. A Meepo ban might be necessary as well. Actually, lineup. In fact, even a Broodmother would be very difficult to deal with for
They do have a lot of cheese heroes, like you said.
a lot of them.
That's Abed.
That
it's just Abed.
are not accounted for. Meaning, if you have some hero like an axe, like you don't have to necessarily worry all that much about a brood. Okay, so they ban the brood. That's the one they don't want to deal with.
Oh, they're so getting Meepo.
Oh, they did
They're
this.
so getting Meepo.
They did this yesterday as well,
Mid-Slark?
where it was the Chris Lux Slark who went 18-1-1. Like or was that today? Was that earlier today?
18 1-1.
Yes.
Like get 18 kills, 1 assist.
Yes, and 1 death.
That's my kind of man.
I think he died one more time at the end, but that's like when I saw his score, I was like, whoa, that's pretty good. That was today, actually.
Well, I said this was like the best Slark game in history, so they're gonna, I guess, put it mid. That's
this-
fine.
5 seconds remaining.
So dude, I feel like Meepo would get kind of dumpstered by Slark middle, right?
I feel like Slark would free farm the mid lane, but does that mean you like?
The game still, I feel Meepo's really good.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
I just look at the Fnatic lineup, and to your point, like these two cores have free games. So Fnatic, you need to last pick something that has something
dope.
like that just kind of wins.
Do
for
you still pick OD
No.
because of the Knicks? No,
No
you don't
way.
pick it.
No.
Okay. I'm just saying against mid Slark seems pretty nice, and you have like the
Wild.
ogre buff up and everything.
See, you can't do so. What's the win condition? I can't think of anything but Meepo as a win condition for
Especially when you
Fnatic.
think of Fnatic, because it's just Abed. You're like, this
Yeah.
is a good Meepo game.
And there's a Nyx
It's him.
that denies like half of his hero
The
pool. You
end
know?
pool,
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw LGD. This was like a year and a half ago. Just straight up last pick Storm into Nyx, and they like won them the game
Yeah.
anyways. I'm just saying like
It's a solid pick if not for Nyx, but I agree with you.
I'm just saying that like there are heroes that even if Nyx is really good against them, sometimes you just have to pick them, even though you don't necessarily love it. I mean, is there a hero that?
Meatballs!
It is the
Oh, there we go.
Meepo. We figured and we discussed, but this looked like the overall best pick, and we called it. It's the middle Slark. And okay, there's. I mean, I'm looking at these drafts. Who do you guys actually favor? It looks like Infamous is doing their normal
Dude,
stuff,
and
it's a Meepo
there's
on the
nothing
other
to
side.
break down. How does the Meepo's game go?
Yep. How does mid lane happen?
Yeah. I think mid, to your point, Slark will free farm. He'll probably slightly win the lane, but then Abed just goes woods. So.
Yeah, that's the thing is like how quickly does this Meepo's timing hit?
Yep.
And if that timing, like Roche and everything, is before the Radiance comes out from the Lifestealer, he's like 100% going Radiance, right? Like he doesn't play the other type of Lifestealer.
I mean, I'm sure
That
he
you want to
does,
stop
but
it.
I don't think he
Yeah.
does. Yeah. And so who? I mean, right? This Meepo is going to be in his jungle quite a bit. You do have a Nyx assassin. Who wants to play with him? Is it the Slark? Like, because obviously the Nyx can't solo kill.
It is
I think the
Slark.
edge, right? Like the ideal game for Infamous is they take top tower early, maybe like 5-minute catapult wave, and then Nyx can just sort of cover the edge, who shoves top and then looks to invade jungle. I'll be honest, I'm gonna lean Infamous just because I think that you're trying to play a passive team fight based lineup against Slayers, bloodthirsty Barracudas, and I don't know if that's the sort of mindset I want playing against.
I can get behind Infamous's draft the way they played last game. You know, I said last game I didn't really love their draft, but I saw like that unpredictability factor where they're a team with their own unique play style. They can make it work because they know how to make that type of style work. And this looks pretty much like the same cookie cutter style they had last game in regards to like, it looks like the exact same formula. And they clearly showed at the highest level of TI they can execute to perfection that lineup.
Not just that, hey, yo, Hector, you play like that?
17-3 lifesteal in the last 20 matches.
You can say, I think, if you can play like that in TI, I know it's just group stage, but you're world class.
Yeah, absolutely. And like at this point, if you're only playing 3 heroes, everyone that you're playing against knows what's coming. Like last year when OG was picking Spectre PL, everyone knew what was coming, and they still lost
picking
it.
it. Yeah, exactly.
And that means you must be pretty damn good at playing it. That's the reality.
All right, we see that Slark is going to be middle. See if there's going to be any level 1 engagements. Doesn't quite look like it. Boots first on the Nyx.
Yep. He's expecting a tri lane, and he wants to ensure that he's able to pull.
He is correct, at least for now. There are 3 heroes bottom. Warlock, Mirana, as well as Jabs. So you got the double stun still. Meanwhile, top lane, it is just the Ice Ogre, and he's got double shared tangos. Going back to the build we've been more used to seeing. Stout Shield, Orb of Venom, set of tangos.
I will say they 9th pick Slark and they are against a melee mid. Like that just feels kind of good, I would say.
Yep.
I agree, but I think Meepo is a great matchup within the game, Slark.
Yeah, it's definitely not. It's definitely not like I love playing Slark.
But at the same time, if Infamous get a little ahead, you hunt Meepo very effectively throughout the game. I think you still go that same build though, like the. I think Wraith Bands and Phase Boots, maybe a Midas, maybe just Rush Diffusal.
I would love to see, like, not the Midas.
Oh, the stun fight. Schofield ends up winning it. Jabs is going to throw out a stun now. Schofield in a lot of problems, and he's going to go down. Nice arrow comes out, and oh, DJ actually, I think Jabs
tried to get it.
Dude, he did. He was like, all right, this is mine. Jabs hits him with a tip.
And he gives him the tip.
He's tilted.
He is.
Not
He's
really.
done. He's already done. I'd be breaking my items right now.
Yeah. PSJ's already down metal.
Yep.
Chris Luck's like, what's happening?
Dude, Jab,
I didn't mean to attack him, man.
there's no way Jazz would ever be sad during this TI. He went from playing 5 position on a team that wasn't doing well to playing carry at TI.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the dream. Rags to riches right there.
It is.
Usually it's the other way around. Once you go support, psh,
Dude, look at this middle. He's actually just can't even leave his hill. I miss the okay, that's definitely on me. It will be a, guess what? Arrow plus a stun. Simple as that. Dude, we'll be up here.
I'm just watching the Slark free farm.
Okay, yeah, you keep me up to date on that. Tell me how good it is. Tell me when Meepo gets his 5 CS.
Yeah, the fact is, like, both heroes don't shut each other down, but Slark, like, the fact you can have a Slark getting solo levels and all the creeps is pretty nice.
and Slark, his W prevents the Meepo poof, right?
It does indeed, yes.
You good?
We'll be farming. And we'll be currently the Sven with 5-3 Enchantress. Not doing too much to the Sven right now, even with that Blightstone. Well, they do get the pull off. Dubu
Wait,
finds it.
Abed dropped his tango on the ground, and he stole it. Yeah, Chris Luck,
definitely did.
Chris Luck has Dubu's tango.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there you go.
That's
I don't know what happened there. I was like, why is there a tango on the ground?
Oh, top lane. Once again, they're going in. Hector taking a ton of damage. Ice is going to throw the stun. Grimstroke gets arrowed again, and it looks like Stinger, one more right click. Will it do it? No, has the stick. Is going to salve up as well. Throws out the nuke. Ice takes a lot of damage. And here we go, actually going to throw up the Inkswell. That'll stun Ice. Will he be able to bring down this kill? Hector's going for it. Stinger has another stroke of fate very shortly. So it's going to be the kill on Ice. Stinger will end up going down. They're just going to trade. All right. And now there's a big creep wave bottom, by the way.
Chris Luck almost goes down mid, by the way. The DD room poof in from Abed.
All right, and now he's running all the way back now. He's bringing a salve. 13-2 versus 14-0, and guess what? Meepo's already taking the lead in CS now.
Dyer's middle
Yeah,
It's
what
still
is
sure,
it?
you just get poofed on, right? You lose half your HP.
Yeah, once you get level 3 on Meepo, you just out-trade the Slark, I think. I'm surprised he went for the second point in Essence Shift. I feel like you're both just going to be jungling and trading, and I would have rather just maximized the Dark Fact, I think. Because, like, you want it against a melee hero, right? But if Meepo's not in lane half the time, it just goes down in belly.
DJ has 3 leaps. We'll just hop on away. 3-1 currently for Fnatic. And they struggled to find kills early last game until they got the arrow combos going. Chrysler still trying to farm. A lot of kill potential in both the side lanes. We'll just be dancing away, and there we go. There's going to be a stun. There's going to be the arrow. Ice is going to get stunned up. It looks like by this Inkswell. Will hit him barely. Throws out the stroke of fate still here. Hector needs one more attack. No, needs 2.
The
Gets
bottle.
the stun off now. Oh my goodness, DJ, as you said, double bottle used on Ice. Hector still trying to just hit him up.
He's in trouble. I think Hector's in trouble now.
Yeah, there's no points on Rage. Too many creeps, I think.
Yeah.
Now, we got a lot of pings coming out over here. Whisper, he's going to take over that Harpy Storm at Crafter. One of the most annoying creeps to deal with. Bob. What is the most annoying creep? Say you're this Sven. Is this the most annoying creep that could come to your lane right now?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Maybe mana burn, but
I'd say the health regen one. The Satyr.
Just, you know, nothing you do really makes a
Yeah,
difference.
like you just can't win the harass battle. The nuke's actually like 120 damage.
I'm surprised Dubu placed that ward without blocking the hard camp with.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting. Usually against Enchantress in the old Chin, you'd always block the camp.
Well, as you said, the Meepo just in the jungle, farming it up pretty easily. Chris Luck has that early chainmail, trying to tank up a little bit.
3 points in essence shift though.
I don't like that. I'm curious about that.
Radiant fortified their
Significantly slow down his ability to farm the map.
Tower is staggering.
And look at that double fortify.
You want to be able to just shove lane.
Yeah,
It's
that's
empty, but
Yep. It helps you actually rotate to be able to shove it. So,
Well,
interesting.
we saw DJ top with the bottle. He just comes back and just fully heals Ice, mana and HP. This lane's feeling a little bit scary now. This is going to be 2-for-2 rune exchange. Looks like.
The prize is mine.
Tread's picked up on the Meepo now.
He also has the Satyr bottom for the Enchantress. I do like Sven against Enchantress in lane and in game. It's like a decent matchup. You end up buying BKB and like two-shotting her. In lane, you got pretty decent like damage and sustain.
Doesn't have already used the open wounds, and it will just be a TP to the shrine. Solo pop it.
I will say he's a hero that naturally rotates out of his lane at level, like, while the Enchantress hits 6, but in this game you have the Meepo. So kind of curious to see how, like, the two heroes collide potentially in their farming. If they, like, get sandwiched. If the Enchantress ends up bullying this Sven away, he doesn't necessarily have, like, the natural ability to just free farm the jungle. Is he going to get this Satyr? Nice.
Well, over here, looks like Schofield, he was trying to roam around, does pop his Carapace, but he waits for it. Schofield, he's juking and jiving in these trees. He actually avoids it, wasting a lot of Abed's time here. Has net up in 2 seconds, and he will go down.
Meepo.
386. Poof on over, hello. Been farming this camp for a while now. DJ finds the regen rune. Creep will tank it up, so the siege unit will live. So where's the movement gonna be this game? It feels like both middle heroes are fine just farming. Or is it just gonna be? Yeah. Is this just gonna be just 2-on-2 lanes for almost like 10 minutes or?
Very passive heroes on Infamous in terms of like he maxed Essence Shift, so I don't feel like he's going anywhere.
Bottom tower is under attack.
I don't actually know what that means. Is he going somewhere? Because like want that's usually like a dominate lane thing, but you don't have a laning opponent, and Pact is to farm, and I don't know. I'm actually confused. Let's see how this plays out.
Well, there's a rotation already. It's actually jabs. Oh, and Hector hit him with the juke. He's gonna run the other way, and now they're actually gonna try to turn around themselves. Guess what? Chris Luck's here, and he's got that Essence Shift. He's gonna run after this Sven. It's the counter rotation. Do we have an open wounds? We have anything is slow? Not quite. He's gonna be bloodlusted. There as well. Dubu will go down. Ice. He might get run down as well. The Dark Pack's only level 1. They do pick up the kill. And now's a kill bottom. He is Whisper gets the solo kill bottom, and he's just pushing a tower.
Talk about, we talk about not necessarily understanding the build, but all of a sudden you've got an 11 stack Slark for the next 2 minutes. Almost.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that 20-second nerf is kind of impactful. We'll see how it plays out. He does have the full wand. He's clearly looking to fight. I like the phase drums. I personally love this build.
My bad. Sorry about that, guys.
Sneaks up. Oh, no, he beat bottom. I was about to say, he was jungling on the Dire side. Naturally, knowing that the Slark's going to try to play aggressively, he just farms the other team's side of the map, and the team is bottom. Huge damage, quite significant against Enchantress, who went for the Glove of Haste. I see a lot of Enchantresses will go like Bracer, or even like the Belt of Strength component first of the treads, but he went for the Glove of Haste when he died, so that might have had a big impact on why he died there.
Does have full treads now. Are going to be TPing bottom. How do you fight this Meepo in the jungle? Or do you just kind of let him get away with what he's doing? You have to?
You have to let him go until you actually have the tools to hunt. And I believe Nick's level 6 is your big window. Lifestealer Infest, find him, Slark comes from that.
Well, Chris Luck, he's going to be continuing to steal this agility. Let's be a little careful. Obviously has the ulti, so not too scared. Here comes a TP in, though. There's going to be a stun. Whoa!
I was wondering, I'm like, Ice like pump faked him, but even if he packs it, if it's a multicast, that's so much damage. Like, it just kills you. Like, what is he doing?
Like, one hit too many.
Yeah. A little too cocky right there. Well, elsewhere, tower didn't take too much damage bottom, actually, even after that kill. Dubu just trying to hold it.
Radiant's bottom
Over on this
tower is
side,
under
Jabs,
attack.
he's just stuck in this jungle already, not having the best time, but at least there's some stacks here for him.
Now that I thought about with Abed, like jungling in the enemy jungle, it's even better because of the fact that Sven takes your own. So I like that he did that. It's really important that he leaves space on the map for his Sven to get some net worth
Radiant's
accrued.
bottom tower is under
Shadows
attack.
are going to be taking us. Is it just Dubu trying to get out of here? Go for the deny, possibly?
Have the spyglass at hand.
Schofield's here. Get scared of Schofield.
Yep, it's doing that.
Reaper picks it up. They actually scanned, and Dubu wasn't quite there. Wow, guess what? Stinger might get solo killed by DJ right here. He's going to throw up the Inkswell. Will it go off before he dies? It will. The stun's there. Guess what? That's going to be +1 on the agility. And that's a lot of gold. That's 349 for Schofield.
And the stacks go to Slark instead.
Feels nice. Oh, never mind. Grimstroke takes 2 of the creeps right there.
I'd be pinging him right now.
I need
It's
boost,
fine. He's trying to get
please.
the stack, guys. Come on. He gets an extra spawn now.
He deserves it. Yep, there
Okay,
you go.
fine. He's not pinged anymore.
That's what we call good support play, BSJ.
I would have instantly pinged him and then realized, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Your first thought is, what is my support doing?
Yeah, my farm.
My-
They have Atos being queued up on Whisper again. Is that just how he plays?
Yeah.
Atos every hero? It does prevent the poop, as you mentioned. Oh. So
I'll tell
they
you-
do have very little setup.
Infamous is in a great spot right now. Like, the
I
thing
agree.
about Meepo, yeah, sure, he wins this game for Fnatic if he's far enough ahead, but to get there, it's real difficult, and he's even, right? And they're never at a point,
Sorry, net worth.
like, you don't have an advantage as far as, like, map control goes, because Infamous have such an
Tower is under attack.
aggro lineup once they hit like the 15-minute mark, because you're gonna have Slark around the map, Nyx around the map, Lifestealer. If he's not showing, he could be inside somebody.
Well,
That-
Schofield, he's coming in. Whoa, there's going to be a stun coming out, and guess who else is here? It's Whisper.
Oh, and I forgot, we have picked Sven into Ench. That is...
Problem.
I know you can kill the Ench, BSJ, but no matter what you buy, he's going to be able to see you from far away through BKB damage as well.
It's really
Sure.
bad early. As the game goes on, it's not too bad, but right now it's really bad.
All right, he got the casual belt to strength this game, by the way,
Nice.
on the Lifestealer. Arrow.
Yeah, he's going Halberd this game. Last game he didn't go Halberd. That's why he didn't get it, right? Makes sense, Grant.
All right, let's see the Midas on him, though. This is the important one. Got it
before
off
the stun.
before. Yep.
Oh,
It's the big play there.
that's even next level efficiency, Grant.
Well, they need to defend this middle tower. There's a drum on the Slark, by the way, now.
And by the way, that tower still alive and easy to defend. Why? That's right, catapult control. Mirana with the arrow.
And then Bloodlust on the tower,
Yep.
too. Have DJ.
No Midas on Ogre being queued up this game. He has Soaring going Vlads, knowing that I guess it doesn't matter what net worth he's accrued in this game. He just needs to support the Meepo as much as possible. Beat his barrier in front of the tower as well. Does purge the Bloodlust. And they also, I guess they have a Sven, but he's not really your win condition. I was going to say, like, Meepo's not exactly a bloodlusted hero. I guess you could multicast and get all the Meepos. That is the thing.
Radiant using
Radiant's gonna scan. Won't hit anyone. Stinger was very close to it, but didn't hit. Whoa, Chris Luck will leap on down. See ya.
I feel pretty good playing Slark this game just because I can not have to focus as much on my own farm and go these mid-game fighting items, kind of like mid one does on Slark,
Yep.
while my carry hits creeps.
Yeah, that's a good point. And he's still very farmed.
Yeah, he is. I'm just saying that, like, you can prioritize doing what he did there where he jacked one camp, right? He stole one camp away, or like even one creep. He's the one taking the dangerous area, playing aggressively on the map.
Yep.
And you don't have to worry about efficiency is what I'm saying.
Yeah. It's similar in the way we saw the
Bottom lane, he just goes down Stinger, single solo kill.
Midas pick up on the Slark in the previous series was nice because he wanted to ensure he could scale, but wanted to be able to play more passively and obviously more scared. Whereas this game, you... Oh, whoa.
Whoa, that's a rock. Chris Luck doesn't even get hit by it. He's just gonna right click. Whisper is gonna be completely
like a
okay. Yeah, they're both just okay. And we've seen a couple of suspect golems the last couple games. They're gonna go for Enchantress again, but guess what? It's full level 4 heal. They're gonna be a stun. They're just gonna bring it down. That's a lot of gold. Uphill.
Bottom
Oh,
tower.
come on.
I like it too because it's weird because right, he was actually on his hill, and I thought they fixed that.
Well,
but
yeah,
guess
I
not.
thought so too, because it used to be that it would register the hit from wherever you were when it landed,
I thought so.
right? But it's something weird about how if you attack from low ground and go high ground, it doesn't matter.
All right,
E-Blade, by the way.
Yes, the E-Blade's here. Double Wraith Band. So what's the plan now? Just is he still gonna just farm and occasionally get kills if people are there?
Different Meepos play in obviously unique ways, but Abed specifically has always been a farm first style.
Yeah.
And he'll look to get aggressive, 15, 20 minutes. And even then, he'll still be focused primarily on increasing his own network. But I think you got to be a little cautious. To your point, BSJ, Hector's closing in on this Radiance and not contested whatsoever. Like, I don't know if you win this game by just farming as Fnatic.
I believe Life's hard outscales Meepo here, and the Sven, just because the Sven's not going to have the normal net worth of a Sven based on the fact that he has a Meepo, right? Like, Meepo's going to take the farm of Sven. Like, you watch this game, why does Sven fit on the net worth? Because he has a Meepo. Okay, so
they're in the mid tower finally.
I will say Nyx is also super annoying for Meepo. Like, you have the carapace when they poof in, and you also have the AoE impale. So you have a lot of AoE lockdown on one hero, and you're also a hero that until Meepo has sheep, you can't kill him, at least fast, in the middle of a fight.
Well, it is a tower for a tower, middle for top tower.
And he's going the build you wanted on Slark, the phase drums defusal.
Yep.
Oh, and guess what? Oh, they know something's up.
Prize is mine.
I love these type of Slark games. I love the games where I know if I just walk around the map, it's like a good thing.
Yeah.
I like playing Slark like this. It's like, you can go Midas, it's just not my playstyle. Like, I prefer to do what he's doing here.
You
just do shit.
Somebody on your team's got to be a runner. That's another thing I'm learning as these games go on. The days of TI stack up. Like, I see these drafts sometimes where the whole team is just kind of camping a different lane. Like, just look at this. This is what I love to see. Schofield, Chris Luck, they're just like, anybody here? Nope. Let's go check the other side.
Whisper as well. Yeah, they're like, can we run into someone?
Meanwhile, Hector's going to farm this creep wave bottom.
Thanks, BSJ.
Yep, I'm just saying, like, that's the plan, right? That's what you're doing it for. You're allowing him to safely farm this area.
It's just how funny you said it. I thought you were just, like, literally watching him farm. Like, he's going to farm.
Meanwhile,
checking in on the carry, guys.
Oh, middle. They're going to play 9-side now. The pounds will barely hit him, but guess what? Barely is good enough. Eyesight is going to give away that one agility. Abed, though, gets the kill on Schofield on the backside. They will link him together. It is going to be another ultimate. Stinger's there. Whisper as well, taking some damage. Running away, getting healed up, but should be enough to get a kill. Stinger goes down. So does Whisper, and that's the Meepo for you. Meepo plus Rock.
Checking in on Lifestealer here. Has the relic.
Okay.
Blink Dagger picked up. Roshan is an objective.
Yo, what?
Under attack.
Midas?
Dire structures.
If he can get this
For
Radiance,
the gold. What a boss.
Yeah, it is.
Look at that.
if he can get this Radiance before the Roche, it's a huge deal.
Yeah, I was going to say, that is the big timing. Fnatic want to get the Roche on the Meepo because then he can farm like twice as aggressively and look to hunt heroes. The problem with playing Meepo without Aegis is that while you want to like find these kills, you have to play so much more conservatively against heroes like Nyx. Aegis means you're going to find 3 kills no matter what.
Goodbye. Maybe not. Maybe yes. There's still one there, and yeah, we'll just leap forward. By some time, clears out a creep wave. Whisper gets here.
Nice. I love this from DJ. You can talk about it, though, BSJ.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
I just think, like, anytime you have a Meepo, build Pipe, build Crimson, build Greaves, build Vlads, any item that buffs up your Meepo, and that's exactly what he's doing here with the mech on the Morana's first item. We got the Vlads on Ogre, I believe, and we have another... Oh, nope. Whisper is going to be safe.
Uh-oh, eyesight might not be as safe.
Purge.
Will they be able to bring him down? Yeah, because Pounce does keep cancel TPs now. Eyesight will get right click down. That's 4 permanent agility now for Chris Luck.
Meanwhile, Hector's hitting some neutrals.
Let's go check it out. We're going to go to Hector Cam, and he is very close to that Radiance. Only about 100 away after this Cam.
At some point, I hope production gets to the point where we can be like, and let's check in with BSJ on carry watch. And it's just like superimposed BSJ's face on the screen. He's like, well, guys, he's
Hector.
this close to Radiance. In fact, it's going to be coming out in just that last hit right there. Here it comes, and it's on the courier, boys and girls. It's time to get ready to rock and roll. Back to you, Grant.
Thank you very much, BSJ and Kyle. Cam, when did he get the Wraith King?
The Radiance on Wraith King was about 16 minutes.
Okay.
The Wraith King skeletons naturally farm faster.
And he had bought the Belt of Strength, which is 450 gold. So,
but if this is not like this is playing Infamous strengths, is it not? Like this is why I'm concerned for Fnatic, because yeah, I mean it's Abed Meepo. I know pretty well how strong that is, but you're letting a team without much experience on their like most comfortable cores have absolute free farm.
how is Chris Luck doing right now? He is at 1.5k with the drums and the defusal.
Visibility.
Pretty good about. What does he go after, BKB? Is there anything that stands out, BSJ, on this Slark?
Basher.
So he's
Basher
still
and
watching the
Blink.
lifestealer. Right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
not ready for
I'm
that
watching the
question.
creeps. No, I think it's just like you just want to be a nuisance to the Sven. I would say to the Sven and the Meepo. Basher is your most nuisance item.
Really? Not Scotty? Just for like the raw HP?
I think it's just cheaper, is what I'm saying. Like
Sure.
you're not the one, so you're not getting all that much farm. Like if you have Midas, you'll naturally get there a lot quicker.
That's a good point.
I
I
just
can
going
agree with
cheap,
that.
Cost effective. Maybe even Blink. Like you go to Blink.
I like BKB into Blink,
Yeah.
into Basher if you
Yeah.
want to go that route.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Oh, really? You can decide, but
Ooh.
BKB into Blink.
Here we go. No Moonlight Shadow quite yet, but they are smoked up. A possible arrow on Schofield. Let's see. Gonna throw it out. Whoa! Meepo will blink on forward with the poops. Jabs is here as well, and see you later.
That's an ambitious move.
And oh, Chris Light, he's coming in now. There's going to be a God Strike pump. They're going to put two of them together. Rock does get dropped on the backside. They're just throwing some inputs out. Can Chris Luck get the kill? They're trying. Jabs goes down so quick. Hector's here. Guess what? He has the Radiant. He's going to hop inside. Now he's going to jump back out. Hello there, Abed. Will he be able to get the kill? They're scared to run uphill, and Abed, he's going to ad-blade himself. He's going to find Hector goes down. Stinger goes down. And Fnatic, they win the fight.
It's a pretty big deal that Nyx is dead. Like when you're taking that fight, he is your primary source of control for Meepo.
They want to fight.
Prize is mine.
There's going to be a TB and Stinger. Can he find anyone? Doesn't look like it. Away from TB.
Or gold. It does go down. 100 gold. Yeah, easy.
Just a support buyback, not a huge deal. It is a shame they lost Hector there. Raged a bit prematurely, and you can see Chris Luck, he doesn't want to go toe-to-toe with the Sven just yet. He doesn't have the net worth when the ult is popped. But the Grimstroke Inkswell is kind of that big equalizer where you just
Gotta
throw it
wait
on the
for it,
Slark and he
yeah.
can go in, no problem.
The synergy here. The Slark is ulted, and the Lifestealer's finishing his rage,
Yeah.
and he infests the
Yeah.
Slark.
He should have stayed in it. Unfortunately, he came out with no rage right in the middle of a huge upheaval and just got crushed.
He's like, I got to get this kill on Meepo as quick
It
as
was
I
the
can.
nuke
and-
damage is what he was going for onto the Meepo, which
Yeah.
like makes sense, but obviously, yeah, it would have
just-
been a little bit better to just play it safe and stay inside until the rage was back up.
So is it just, you get a couple more kills like that, Fnatic will get Roshan, and then the game gets pretty hard for Infamous, right? If Meepo's allowed this Rosh.
I mean, even then, it's not game over, though.
Yeah.
Right? It is what Fnatic needs to do, but it is not game over by any means. He is going Halberd on the Lifestealer like we talked about, and it's good against the Sven, but not that great against the Meepo. I think the Nyx is really the X factor against this Meepo. Like, if your Nyx is dead, your control for Meepo
Yeah.
is very limited.
Yeah.
And he dumps out damage, like, if he is not stunned.
I think the supports, really, because Grimstroke's a pretty big deal as well. The Inkswell allows the Slark to get in on top of the Meepo or the Sven with no fear. He doesn't have to pop his ultimate defense.
Whoa, arrow's gonna fly out, won't find Chris Luck quite yet. Schofield and Whisper here, looks like they just want to run away.
It's good presence of mind to be like, he wouldn't be running at me with a Mirana like this if there wasn't at least 3 or 4 heroes there.
Every time Mirana, you just see the 5th highest level, level 14, way ahead of everyone else, including Whisper, which we saw that last game as well. Just you are under-leveled on Infamous because of this playstyle.
I actually went for the 4 staff before completing the Greaves. I don't mind that, because against Slark, you're literally a food if you don't have the 4
Double
staff.
damage will get purged off by the Enchantress. There will be a Moonlight Shadow. They make it out. There's a Midas now coming out on Ogre in about 100,
Definitely
200
better
gold.
late than never. I mean, you have to buy them.
It's
It's literally.
too bad. It pays for itself so quickly.
On this hero, yeah.
Seriously. I think as soon as you're level 12, it pays for itself if you assume like regular RNG in like 5 uses.
So let's see. It's like, okay.
BSJ is doing the math, everyone. Everyone, give him. Everyone be quiet.
It's
and give him a moment.
actually, yeah, it's about 2.5 times the effectiveness. Yeah, it's like 2.4 times the effectiveness of a normal Midas. So it's like pretty insane, actually. Now that I think about it.
Pretty good.
You also have a 90 GPM talent at level 10.
Yeah, you're.
You're going to see a lot of this hero at TI, folks.
Yep, you
think
already
about-
have.
Yeah, you
At
think
the main
about
stage you are, yeah.
Alchemist being most contested here. Why? He turns creeps into more gold than anyone else can. Same deal with Ogre.
Yeah, at the end of the day, the Ogre's getting that net worth without literally hitting anything. Like,
Yeah.
he's not actually getting last hits. He's just minusing off cooldown.
Okay, BKB up on Sven now. So won't be taking that diffusal damage. And they're going in for the Rosh right now, but it is pinged out. Everyone from the Dire.
This is the fight here. Fnatic win a fight and get Meepo Aegis. They might just run away with it.
See, melee creep was trying to run inside. They see how strong Rosh is. Still
they
very,
got it.
very
Slark
healthy.
has
BKB.
BKB, yep.
Sorry, BSJ.
No, you're good. I was watching the Lifestealer and then managed to zone out or come out of my trance for a brief second here.
And there's, I mean, BSJ, you always bring this up. You like it. Slark always has a sentry ward in his backpack.
It is super important.
Who bought it though?
Himself.
Stinger.
Okay.
No, it's himself.
That says Stinger on it.
Does it? Oh, mine. Why doesn't mine say that? Oh, now it does. It didn't, right?
What the heck?
Oh, did they ever? I don't know. Whisper. He is getting initiated on, and he's just gonna go down. That is not good. They will link two together. The bug's already killed. And oh my goodness, Jabs is just gonna rip them apart. Chris Luck, he will be able to make it out. They're gonna dance on the backside. It looks like all three are gonna go down except for the two big cores on Infamous. And unless you got buybacks, this is a free roam. And guess what? Grimstroke, that's technically a dieback.
This is the timing for Fnatic. Not the Meepo necessarily, but the Sven BKB. Love the build. Midas, Echo, BKB. Just run at them. And now all of a sudden, Infamous, where's your BKB piercing anything?
Now
Well,
you
can
may
do some damage,
They
perhaps,
may have
but
taken
no disable.
Roche, but I just watched Hector farm the entire triangle.
So they're good.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't know about that Lincoln's purchase, though.
I'm
What
not
is
a
that
huge
going
fan
to
of
do?
this. Yeah.
I don't know what you're supposed to get, but
I mean, AC seems like the natural purchase.
Ooh, down here it is going to be Hector just right-clicking both of them. He does actually scoop up the bounty and could be in a little bit of trouble now. Multicast going to go out. Same with the stun. Here comes the net. And oh my goodness, there's going to be a lot of damage going to this fence. Abed is going to poof on in. Hector's going to try to turn it. Jabs is going to go down. Hector's going to continue to right-click. He's going in. But now he has to run away. He's trying to run to Chris Luck, who's going to help him.
1 second on defense.
Race will be there, and he does have the infest now. Chris Luck, BKB, they're going to be able to bring him down. Can they get him off at least one? No, guess what? They do because of that. They can purge it off with the enchant. And Hector, yep, he infest, gets a little bit of his HP back, and there's going to be the rage. Can they bring down this Meepo again? They're going to try to bring down Chris Luck. Nice 4-step away. They get a big 4-man stun. Will they be able to? Abed is dropping dangerously low. Stinger's trying to. One more. They don't have enough, and there it is. Chris Luck actually skill. Guess what? He gets another one. It's going to be Dubu. On level 19. What is going on?
6 kills? Did they even buy anybody back?
Nope.
No.
Man, that is so heads up though. That fight, Infamous, they take an engagement into Aegis because Meepo was showing in another lane. They know Sven's BKB is on cooldown. Schofield straight up owning the fight. Like,
He literally
can't ask for more.
hair faced over and over again.
Dude, I love it. He just tries to F-blade poof out, and then Whisper just like, nope.
Purges. He just immediately, like, he has been on point with his purges.
There's been like 2 double damages. He just purged off immediately, bloodlust, everything. This is just,
You can't.
Is this 2? They have a tier 2 middle. This is just a full set of racks though. They are so farmed on the 2 cores.
What a dude, this TI has been nuts, man, already. Fnatic opens the tournament with a 2-0 over OG, or EG, and now Infamous looks poised to do the exact same right back to Fnatic.
Yep. They've even taken a game on.
They go into the upper bracket after day 2 if they win this match.
And they are poised to do so. 3K lead for them. And as you guys said, right, this Slark and this Lifestealer will outscale the Meepo, if not already.
And man,
They didn't have a rock there, to be fair.
That's why they
a
did
bad
that,
fight.
though.
Yeah,
That's why Infamous
that's
did it.
another, I really just,
There's the Basher, by the way, on Slark. He's flying it out.
Value illusion rune for Hector as well. That's like at least another 20 creeps.
I'm following this guy. Where is this illusion going? Wait, middle lane. I lied. I digress. All right, we're good.
Okay, one of them's going to mid. He's going to cut the wave, respawning, I assume. Oh, no, he's actually going to... No?
He is, but they see it.
Okay, he's getting the
Oh, no,
bottom
the
wave.
arrow. Ooh, he dodges it. He's actually just microing it right now. They
Bottom
can't even
wave,
kill
though.
it.
Look at this
Wow.
juicy
Bottom
cutting
wave.
wave bottle.
what a player.
Mid wave. Move it. Move it.
The missed chance.
He's
They actually have to run away. Oh, there's going to be a net.
Creeps.
He
Okay,
gets one. He got one.
Nice, nice, nice.
And they smoke. Ooh, did they see? No, they didn't.
Meanwhile, he's going to get another creep wave bottom. No, wait, no, Abed's dealing with it. Damn it, Abed, you're killing me.
Here we go. This
Blink
is
on
the
Sven.
smoke. You need something big here. Blink on Sven.
need
They
to kill
have
the Nyx.
Dubu as well.
He took the open wounds lifesteal, by the way, on Lifestealer.
I've been seeing it a little bit more.
That kind of makes sense because you have the
Against
Meepo who
Meepo,
can't
yeah.
actually purge it. Yeah, okay, that's cool.
And it's not like you're really threatened by right-click damage too much in this game. You already have 2 sources of evasion as well. You don't want to stack too much.
Oh, they're going up top. There will be the kill on Whisper. Ooh, Stinger with the blink dagger first.
Meanwhile, Ogre, though.
Is he going down? Sure looks like he is, and that's a +1 agility. Chris Luck now sitting at 9.
And he has 12 stacks.
Oh,
from,
got
yep.
Dubu. They need this. Oh, if he hits that, it's a guaranteed kill. But now, he's going to juke around. Billy Field, he gets the basher hit. Give me that Kent agility. And they are just playing so well right now.
This is what made me afraid from the draft. Like, Fnatic has a sick lineup, but they make that one mistake, and now all of a sudden Infamous, they're in the comfort zone. Super farmed and fat on both cores, top 2 in the net worth, and then they just hunt across the map.
Oh, nice arrow.
Nothing makes me feel better than watching a draft and be like, this is a good Slark game. And then they pick Slark.
Yeah, and it goes up, and it is a great one. So, at this point, you're pretty much just, you're a Fatal Bonds rock. You need to have a perfect team fight, or is that what Fnatic's banking on here?
Splish splash!
Pretty much. But the problem is you have a lot of poke and prod, and you have the Slark hero that you have no instant disable until like a sheepstick meepo, which he's not building.
Oh my, he's getting the butterfly by the way on Slark.
You don't have Infamous like text muted or anything, do you, Grant?
Any what?
Any of the Infamous guys text muted?
No.
Wow, that no respect. Here they are about to maybe close out the series. And traditionally, we'd see them playing with a lot more cockiness, a lot more all chat. They're here
All business,
solely
baby.
for business, indeed.
There's a couple $1 million on this tournament, Kyle. I don't know if you know.
Oh, Chris Luck.
That's
Sit out.
very,
There you go. There's the text lines.
well, to be fair, he did just dissipate like 4 spells, but
Yeah.
I'll give him that one.
Can't handle this damage.
Double damage. Oh,
Bounty runes.
and a double damage rune. You're getting all 5 of these runes.
Take it, Stinger.
For now, Life Stealer. He did get the Lincolns. I guess, is he just scared of the Sven burst?
He's actually
is
just
that what it is?
unkillable. It's Sven, it's Ogre, it's Meepo Sheep eventually.
You have the evasion.
They will not be able to initiate onto him, to be
There we
honest.
go. They're going to throw it down. There's going to be an arrow, but it won't hit because he has the rage. They're just smoking on ice right now. On the backside, Stinger is going to be the first one to drop, though. Chris Luck already had to pop the ultimate. There goes the Ogre. Hector's going to jump back out. They're going to look
BKB.
for Chris Luck. And he does at the BKB, as you said, getting close as well as the butterfly. Chris Luck, he's going to pop the BKB, and he's already throwing the Heaven's Halberd. Dubu's going to be the next one to fall. They actually get a bash on the top end. Will he go down? He's trying to poop, but he can't because he gets pounced on. He's going to go down. They're going to chase for more. Dubu's just going to get right-clicked down. They still have the creep waves pushed in.
He's dancing on him.
Damn, he's actually going for the Radiance kill. There you go, Kyle. You said they're not doing anything
But
cocky.
they're doing it as they close out the game. It's acceptable, all right.
Dude, I love, he actually danced to get the Radiance kill, and then he just right-clicks them. They get it, and they're gonna get another set of wrecks.
Look,
I like this. I don't think you end it.
I have a rule, all right? You can trash talk before or after you win, right?
Yeah.
It's just as satisfying either way, but it can only burn you if you trash talk and then lose.
Middle tower is up.
So, Infamous certainly
Flying out.
employing that strategy. I just love how they're playing. And the Slark play in that last engagement was perfect. He used his ult early, BSJ, and then saved the BKB. Bought so much time till Fnatic had to turn around and commit, and he still had the full BKB. Exactly.
K1 gives a tip to Jet. There we go. Now we're getting some tips here. I will say, did you notice Chris Luck's only 2,000 net worth behind this
that's
Life Stealer?
insane.
As you guys said, it's mid 1S, right? Like this guy's just roaming around most of the game, but he's still just playing so insanely well.
Yeah. I think the item build is perfect for what he did this game. Phase drums, diffusal, BKB basher. Like it's I think it's similar to I can't remember the game, but these lower cost items, right? They're way more gold efficient, they're less slot efficient, but because we have so many damn slots now in Dota, it's these heroes that get pretty much 6 slotted by like 25-30 minutes now, and they're just insanely powerful, whereas other heroes like this Sven as an example still not quite there yet, not fully online.
This Meepo has actually gotten nothing in about the last 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Finished that Ice guy. He only has 2.5k. There's gonna be a Moonlight Shadow though. They have vision.
And this isn't a fluke either. Like, this isn't Infamous with some cheese picks or Alchemist strats. This is just them straight up going for the throat and finding it 2 games in a row.
Yep. You know they're gonna pick this Life Stealer, this Alk, multiple times for Hector, but you can't stop it. Wraith King as well. That's the first Wraith King I believe we've casted too, isn't it?
Yeah.
We have not seen much of it. And they're doing Elite 4, he's actually just going for side. Chris Luck, he wants that agility, and there's gonna be enough people, very annoying. Hector needs to get out of there before his rage ends.
I think this Lifestealer versus Ogre matchup is worth a closer look as well.
Yeah.
Not just because of the laning phase.
It's the game. It's the game.
Later on, like the open wounds.
Plus the talent he has.
Yeah,
because
like,
of it, yeah.
it doesn't matter how low you are as Lifestealer. Like, you just open wounds the Ogre and hit him. I think Ice's item choice that might need a bit of a look as well, because he needed a Lotus Orb in this game, or some sort of mobility item, but he's just so immobile with this like Vlad Midas pipe. Like he gets targeted by Slug Lifestealer. They love punching bags effectively. They hit the pinata over and over. They just get stronger and stronger.
Yeah, I definitely have noticed that Lifestealer, it feels so good. Like, Ogre's actually just food for you in fights. Like, you're not even having to kill him. You just hit him for the sake of getting health. And most cores in Dota naturally build ways to purge open wounds over the course of the game. And none of the items Ogre wants to buy that are multi-castable.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Purge it, so.
Oh, there we go. Stuns gonna go, but the Carib hits immediately. They will force them away. But Whisper's gonna start unloading him on the backside. Looks like they soulbind to him together. Here comes the rock. This is their last chance. Stinger will be just getting annihilated by this tower, but Jab, he's just running around the back. He's gonna go down. This game's gonna be over, it looks like. They're just trying. There's gonna be the tower. Who else can they find? It's Dubu's Chris Luck. He wants more. The G's are called. And wow, Infamous with a insane 2-0 over Fnatic, and this was Fnatic. They had the Abed Meatbo, and it looked like he was gonna start snowballing, and he was gonna start going, and that one fight bought him. If you can rewatch it.
If anyone can tell you to be afraid,